before you get upset over your ex-man, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-situationship, having a new girl, stop thinking like a victim. Stop doing that. I used to do that. I used to be like, wow, feel bad for me. No. What is there to feel bad for? Let's use our brains. How did you feel when you were with that man? Majority of the time. Thank you, like shit. So how's she gonna feel with that man? Like shit. Maybe not for a few months, maybe not for a long time, but I'm telling you, I swear to you on everything, she will feel the exact same, because men cannot hide their true colors for that long. So it's her turn to suffer. There's no need to get upset about it, because you should be having a party, traveling, being like, F this man. I'm so excited he's out of my life. It's like a celebration. So no, feeling sad. No.
So if it's a celebration, why aren't you partying, as you mentioned? Why aren't you happy about it? Why didn't you forget about him? Instead, you are here on TikTok coping and trying to forget him and trying to not be jealous of the other woman that got the commitment. You know, guys? So this woman acting really brave, like she is above things, but at the same time, we can all see she's quite pissed that she was dumped by Chad. Now, there are two possible options right here. First off, the man she had a situationship really was an a-hole. So, joke's on you because you picked him. You could have not picked him. Or the other situation, the guy was actually not an a-hole. In which case, you are the a-hole, right? That's why you only got as far as a situationship. And now the guy is with another woman, and he can commit to her, or she is girlfriend material, etc. And you were not girlfriend material. That is why you got as far as a situationship. So you see, in both cases, you are the one at fault.
Okay, this is just like a little rant because I'm annoyed. One of my old coworkers, who's a guy, DM'd me on Instagram. He responded to one of my stories, and we started chatting, and he asked me if I was dating anyone at the moment, and I said no. And he makes a comment along the lines of, well, I know you have a roster. And I was just like, nope, I don't. Not really talking to anybody. I just go to the gym, work a lot, go to hot yoga, take care of my dogs, and that's about it. And then he starts to go, quit fucking with me, like quit playing around, I know you have a roster of dudes. And then I blocked him because he just started to annoy me. But he could not accept the idea that somebody doesn't have a roster, whatever you want to call it, or somebody isn't talking to multiple people at once. And it just really got me thinking, because I think that we have so over normalized keeping people on the side at all times and keeping people there for our entertainment when we're bored. And I think this is very different than dating around and keeping your options open. I'm talking about keeping people in quote unquote rotation, always having somebody there to just make you feel less lonely. And I think that it's just gotten to a point where it's so unhealthy, and a lot of you might disagree with me on this, but I just think that if you truly can't be alone, even for a little bit, and by alone, I mean really alone, not texting, not talking to anybody, you're just waking up and living your life solely by yourself without the entertainment of somebody else, then you are really lacking something within yourself. I don't know, I just think this idea of having a roster or having someone around you all the time to entertain you, when you're lonely, when you're bored, when you want to have sex, I think it's really toxic.
And she's right, gentlemen, I absolutely agree with her. Now, of course, we should ask the question, did you... Damn it. I became invisible for a second, guys. Did you become... Sorry. Wait, did you have a roster back in the day? Because if you used to have a roster and now you don't have a roster, from, last week, it doesn't count. But, let's give her the benefit of doubt. Maybe this woman never had a roster. She's not into that. Well, in that case, you are one out of 1,000 women who don't do this, right? 99% of women dating in 2023, they have rosters. They talk to multiple men. They have their simps, their simp farms on their social, where they farm the validation and the attention. That they have a guy for the S3X, a guy for the meals, a guy to take them with the car anywhere. They just have so many options, so many men to talk to, etc. And this is most women in dating. So guys, tread carefully. because not a lot of people know this, especially when they start dating, for the first time. They have this idea that, oh, she matched with me, or we have a date settled, so wow, I'm the lucky one. No, you are one out of possibly 30 to 40 men that she's, keeping as a plan B.
Okay, story time. I have screenshots, but I'm not gonna add them because I'm too tired. But a few months ago, I think, I met up with this guy from a dating app. And first red flag, he wanted to meet in a parking lot. Okay, so we met in the parking lot, smoked a little, went back to his house, hooked up. It was fine, whatever. And then we're texting.
Yeah, guys, the casual mention. I don't have the stomach for this, honestly. When women, you don't know this person. You said, oh, red flag. He wanted to meet in a parking lot, but then you go. Like, come on, man. And then they smoke and they go to hook up. If you want to do that, you do you. But then don't come later around saying, where have all the good men gone? Because you are the unintelligent female dog that is burying, her chances of finding a nice man. Guys, it just really pisses me off. Like, you do you. But then again, we see these women whining, crying, blaming men for being the same, for being bad options, for, it's impossible to find someone. Why do all my friends have relationships and I don't? Well, for any woman asking that question, because you follow the pattern that this woman is following.
Because he's in LA and I'm here in where I am, not in LA. And we're texting and he's all like romantic and shit and like dating and whatever. And then when he gets back from LA, he's like, can you pick me up from the airport? And he's like, I'll give you gas money and weed and kisses. And we'll go on, he just paid me. We'll go on a cute date. Anyway, this guy drops the fucking bag on me, fumbles me, never pays me, and he keeps hitting me up, and I asked him to fucking pay me the gas money, and he just did.
Well, so in the end, the guy did pay her, but honestly, I wish he wouldn't, right? Guys, another woman regretting hookup culture, who is shocked of the consequences of her own actions. We have so many TikToks of women shocked that guy that they knew from 5 hours ago turned out to be, sus or something bad. And guys, I recall a poll I did on my channel months back where I asked, what is the biggest red flag? And there were, green, red hair, piercings, tattoos, divorced mother, single at 30, etc. But the biggest red flag, right? The winner of the poll was a high body count. Men would rather date a single mother or date a woman single at 30 or date a woman with green hair and tattoos, but they will not date a woman with a high body count, right? And that's, that speaks of how disgusting it is for men. Because here's the thing, like, if you have a high body count, first off, it shows that you can't keep relationships. It just shows that you've been riding the carousel. You can't secure a man and you can't make him stay. So why will anyone marry, wife up a woman that's not been able to, in 20, 30 years, make a man stay for more than 2 months? Second off, it just shows you have no values, principles, you're not looking for something stable in your life. You're not looking for a family. You're not looking to please a man. You're thinking about yourself. You don't want to, be the kind of woman that your partner will value. You just want to have your fun, so really that doesn't make for a great wife. That doesn't make for a strong bond. That doesn't make for a lasting commitment. And then third off, it probably speaks that you are a bad mother, because again, you're not thinking about the long-term plan. You're not thinking about when are you going to have kids, when are you going to settle with a man. You are egocentric. You're thinking only about you. And there's just so many red flags that come from having a high body count. And then again, this woman is the prime example. She's 30, late 30s, and she's still in the hookup phase, guys. She'll never grow out of it. Even if she marries, she still will not grow out of the hookup culture, and she'll probably cheat or divorce or, you know, be a bad mother and be a bad wife. Just, guys, I don't think there's honestly a bigger red flag than having a high body count, but you let me know in the comments below.
That's exactly how you're gonna get over your situationship or that person you never dated or even someone you did date. First things first, no contact. I'm such a believer in no contact because it works. So what I mean by that is no fucking contact. Like, mute their number, mute their social media, mute everything that you possibly can, and don't reach out and communicate with that person. The reason no contact is so successful is because it gives you time and space away from that person to actually really process what the fuck just happened, and for you to have time to really understand the situationship or whatever you were just in. I am so big on no contact because every time I do it, I, one, protect my energy, so my energy isn't getting wasted writing those dumbass paragraphs that we know nobody is fucking reading. Or two, it gives me time to not act so irrational. I'm a bitch who will tell you I'll light your fucking house on fire, but once
Oh, that's the first thing I'm looking for in a woman who I want to wife up. You know, a quote-unquote biatch that wants to burn my house. Guys, what do you bet that she doesn't follow her own advice? Because, hey, I stand for that advice. Go no contact. Like, don't bother us. After we've had our fun, don't come around bothering us, asking our questions, writing paragraphs. We don't care. If you do that, everyone is going to be happy. Like, you not texting Chad after he's pumped and dumped you, that is just brilliant. Best case scenario. But you don't, do you? You text him, you whine about it, you make TikToks crying that you've been used, right? You do not follow your own advice. And then again, don't even get me started with a woman that will actually, women, excuse me, that will actually hurt you in some way. Like, they'll cut your tires, they'll appear in front of your house uninvited. That's just a whole nother level of lunacy.
I decide to go no contact, I'm pulling my energy back and I'm pulling my energy away, and then I get the time to reflect on everything that just happened. I'm huge on no contact. Me personally, I'm no contact to the day I fucking die. Like, if we end things, there is no reason for me to even be on your Instagram or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about you anymore. We're done. You're not in my life, so get the fuck away. And we definitely don't need to communicate anymore, that's for sure. I understand everyone has different situations, so it's figure out your situation and then go no contact. You're not going to heal in a place that hurt you, and in this situation, it's probably that person. So you're not going to heal or get over someone while you keep fucking texting them or talking to them or see their Instagram stories. It's not petty to block or mute or do any of those things. Put yourself first and protect your energy. Next thing you're gonna do to get over that person is you're gonna learn your fucking worth. Like, a lot of times we settle for these whack-ass motherfuckers because that's what we think we deserve, and we don't.
Yeah, so what's the worth in that? You know, guys, the phrase know your worth is always followed by you know, because you don't deserve guys to trash you. Okay, so why do you pick guys that will trash you? It's an oxymoron. Your worth is being a low tier woman for the streets, and that is why you pick the wrong guys. If you really had worth, if you really deserved something better, you wouldn't be in these situations in the first place.
Don't really have a self-worth or a self-love for ourselves. If you're constantly stressed, crying, or distraught over a relationship and you're feeling insecure, you're not feeling great with the person that you're with, it means it's time to fucking go and know your goddamn worth. Know that you deserve to be treated better than what that person is giving you, and just know that there will be someone out there who will give it to you. Most importantly, give that shit to yourself. You gotta realize there's a man out there or a person out there who's better than the person that has showed you over and over again that they don't want you, but you're holding on to the idea of them and not even them in general, which is another fucking thing. Kill the hope. Kill the hope. A lot of times we're not hung up on people, we're hung up on the idea of what they could have been. You're stuck on the, oh my god, well, he could have been this, he could have been my boyfriend, we could have had this amazing relationship. Well, guess what? You're fucking not. He didn't want you. Keep it moving. Go to part 2.
No, I don't think I will, but that's absolutely true. You know, women, they don't settle for the things that they could have. You know, that guy that is DMing them every day, interested, wanting to have something with them. You know, and they could have the stability, they could have the, you know, companionship, someone to care about them. Yet they don't want that. They want the possibility, you know, that that bad guy, that Char who has a lot of options, you know, they strive for that possibility that he will commit, even though it's extremely unlikely and it will never happen. But yeah, that's apparently the better option for many women nowadays. And guys, this is why I said you are not worth it. You don't deserve anything. If you make that decision to go for the bad guy who will not commit to you instead of the good guy who is willing to commit to you, then you don't deserve crap. The only thing you deserve is the wall, and you don't even deserve cats. You deserve boxed wine. Not even cats. You know, I pity the cats. They're usually the victims of these women who make all the wrong choices, man. Guys, feel some sympathy for the cats. They don't get to choose they don't get to choose to be there. They are just victims of the wrong choices that women make. I will end the video on this thought, guys, that, you know, women, you can tell a lot about them from their past. This is why the past really matters. Women try to hide it. Some women, they try to hide it. They try to sweep it under the rug that, oh, my past doesn't matter. If I love you now, that's the only thing that matters. And guys who believe in that are the ones who get wasted the most. The past is showing off the future. If a woman in her past has had a high body count, or has not been able to secure a man, or is divorced, or is a single mother, or all those things that speak about your personality, your values, the way you perceive dating and marriage and all that stuff. If a woman has had a bad past, don't try to be a hero. Don't try to be a savior. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to help them. Just leave them to manage by themselves, excuse me. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.